Hi everyone, it's Jai452 here playing the second part of Telltale's Game of Thrones series. We'll be here for a little bit today, so I hope you enjoy the stream and feel free to chat to me in the Twitch stream as well. Let me know what decisions you want me to make. So we'll get started just in a little minute since the game helps me out. There. So we're just gonna pick up from where we left off, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, we'll pick up from here. So feel free to talk to me in the Twitch chat, people. I always love it when people talk to me. It's so much fun.
Ethan! Ethan!
Ethan Forrester, Lord of House Forrester.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore.
Aww.
Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan.
Can't
Don't
upset the
worry.
little brother.
It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
Aww,
I don't want her
that's
to
sweet
die
of them.
either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He won't
He
get
won't
hurt.
get
though.
hurt.
You got hurt by those Whitehill men. No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does
Certainly
milksop mean?
underestimates
I
me.
don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Let me know if you can hear me okay on the stream, guys.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise, I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
It's a shame they're
But
having to
since
have
you're the
both
new
a lord
lord,
and a brother.
you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
She didn't like that.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Have to get up. Be a lord. Tell people what to do.
What's
It's not
the matter?
funnest job in the
Lord
world.
Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family.
I might remind you, Sir Royland, I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Of course, my lord.
It's okay. You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
I don't know about this. But I love that sleeked smile. Or that cocky smile, I should say.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for
House
ourselves.
Bolton.
Only cowards and dead men roll over.
I didn't really like the sound of that. House Bolton. Ooh. Ramsay Snow of House Bolton.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this
was
day
scared.
all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt?
Yeah.
You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Garrett was only defending himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? and a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here.
What a heartless
What have
individual.
you done with him?
I sent him to the war.
You? And you call yourself a lord? You're no lord. You're a fucking puppet. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
And as soon as the female turns up,
Lady
it's nice and
Forrester.
quiet.
You bellow
Well
like a
done.
wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Basically, thank you for coming. Now
That
get the
lad
hell out.
may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
He will. Ah, that guy needs to die right there. That snarky looking guy at the end.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira
like
in
the
King's
idea.
Landing at once.
Don't like that idea of bending the knee to Ramsay Snow. Ugh.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Mira Forrester. She's actually one of the characters that I've actually enjoyed playing, because she is in King's Landing. So she has to be even more cunning than the rest of them. Let's go and have a look at this ironwood box. See what we can find in it. Looks like there's quite a few things. So let's see what we've got. An unfinished letter. A high garden brooch. Carved ironwood tree. And a Yunkish coin. I think we'll have a look at the high garden brooch first.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
Lady Olenna, the Queen of Thorns. Let's have a look at the Yunkish coin.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Next we'll have a nice look at this wood carving. Or ironwood
Ethan made
carving.
this for me.
Skilled little craftsman, Ethan. Let's read Mira's letter to
Father.
her parents.
Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish your mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
It's a very beautiful box that she has there. Now let's see what else we can find in her room.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Just a sad little kind of thing there from Mira. Let's have a look out the window at King's Landing.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
And sadly it ain't.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No,
Well,
it's
men.
fine. Come in.
Mira seems like the kind type.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Oh, never a good sign talking to her.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
You were eavesdropping?
No, not at all. I was just passing by and I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
It's very,
Good
very
night,
true.
milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Ooh,
Come, there's
Marjorie
something we
wants
must
to
discuss.
talk. I wonder if that's a good sign, Marjorie wanting to talk.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. to have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark? It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Never a good idea.
She was very pleased with herself.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ooh, this is going to be a
See if the
harsh
Queen
one.
Regent is ready to receive us.
The Queen, Cersei, and... Oh, so scary. Guys, I might need your help here. I really don't want to have to deal with Cersei.
You'll be fine.
Scary enough.
I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Feel one thing and say another.
Good luck.
Scary. We are definitely going to need a lot of luck.
You can do this.
Glad that you've got confidence in me, Marjorie. Oh, yeah, Tyrion
Lady
and
Marjorie.
Cersei.
Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
That would have been cool to
It
see,
raises
though.
an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
The most dangerous handmaiden in all of Westeros.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Who is
You have my
Tyrion not,
condolences
man?
for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl,
We'll
aren't
do
you?
what we have to for family.
I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. Which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
We need to ask for help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Sarah can stay. I trust Sarah.
Go on. Ask.
If you could ask Joffrey to intervene on behalf of my family. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee. If Joffrey could send a raven and tell the Boltons no one at House Forrester is to be harmed.
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Ooh, this is gonna be a sticky one. The King's Road, Wolf's Wood. Oh, we're back with Garrett. And the horse has gotten spooked.
7 elves.
Not a good sign, guys. So if you're just joining the stream, don't worry, because you can catch up with me on YouTube when I finish off this stream.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
Oh dear.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a
Ramsay
coat?
Bolton. Ugh.
Not my best work,
Never good.
unfortunately. I suppose I have full enough practice. But he didn't make it easy. What with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
I don't like the idea
Day,
that
my
he's
lord.
coming.
2 at most.
What was that?
Oh dear.
Shh. Listen.
This is not good. But you guys are gonna have to help me make the decision. Should I run or should I stay? Let me know in the comments section, guys. So guys, are we staying or are we running? Let's see. What did you guys vote? You didn't vote.
There.
Aw, come on guys, tell me what you want me to do. Run or
Hear that?
stay?
I know I heard something.
Oh, we'll stay still.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
So what we'll do guys is get to the end of this scene and then we'll call it there for today. And maybe there'll be another episode again really soon. Don't be worrying if you didn't catch all of this episode. You will get the opportunity to do so on YouTube.
Bloody hell.
Only Ramsay Bolton. So what we'll do there is we'll pause it, guys, and we will be back very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I've been Jai452, and this has been my little run of Game of Thrones. Bye, guys.